Okay, we'll call this special council meeting to order. This meeting and all meetings of this council are open to the public. Proper notice has been posted and given to the press in accordance with Wisconsin statute, so citizens may be aware of the time and place and the agenda of this meeting. We'll have a roll call.
Appleby?
Here.
Brunner?
Here.
Edwards is not present. Gunderson?
Here.
Nadowski?
Here.
Rasmussen?
Here.
Okay, we'll move on to number 2. Consideration of resolution number 565, a resolution approving the project plan and establishing the borderies of the creation of the tax increment district number 6, City of Weyauwega, Wisconsin.
Okay. You have a resolution in your packet. This is the resolution that will have the city council signing off on TIF district, TID district number 6, which is to encompass the agri-peer development. We had a little bit of creative scheduling because in order to create number 6, you have to close TIF district number 3. At your last, you had a meeting where we had a resolution to close TID number 3. We'll pay off that debt and have that district closed. This resolution here is the city council signing off on creating the TIF district. This then goes within 30 days, the joint review board has to meet. They're scheduled to meet tomorrow night. The joint review board has a member from the city. There's like an at-large member. There's a county board member, school board, Fox Valley Tech, and then the mayor also sits on that board too. Basically, all of those jurisdictions need to sign off on creating the TIF district because what they're doing is all of those jurisdictions are foregoing any new incremental taxes on agri-peers development for the next 20-some years. And basically what they're doing is they're foregoing their share because then it can get reinvested into the project for infrastructure upgrades. The trade-off is when we close TID number 6, agri-peers development will then go right back onto the tax rolls. Everybody will get their same share of the pie then, but it'll just be a bigger pie. The reason why we're meeting tonight, and I appreciate that you're meeting tonight, is when you work with the state, you want to be very distinct in closing one district on its own and opening another one on its own. We had Attorney Kelney working with the Department of Revenue because technically we can't just create number 6. There wouldn't be enough room. They only let 12% of your property into TIF. And technically, when you open TID number 6, it goes all the way back to January 1st that it's open. And with TID number 3, we'd be closing it right about now. The question was, yes, we're closing 3, yes, we're opening 6, but 6 technically reaches back, and there's this period of time where they're both technically open. With Attorney Kelney working with Mary Lou at the Department of Revenue, they feel pretty comfortable with what we're doing, that we'll be okay. We won't lose this year of increment. So basically on January 1st, agri-peer didn't have substantial value created on their property. By the end of this year, their estimates are that maybe 85 to 90% of their development will be complete, or 85 to 90% of the value they're creating will be there. Their project isn't going to technically open until spring of next year. But the good news is for 2015, and going into 2016, we'll gain an extra year where they'll be paying the higher taxes and it'll start funding the TIF district 1 year sooner than it normally would have. That's about all I've got on that. There is a memo here to where a couple modifications to the value assumptions, because right now we're projecting for 20 years what type of new taxes and new value would be created. Ellers did have that memo there. Does anybody have any questions on the memo?
When will the implementation date of TID number 6 actually be born then?
As long as you create it and file all of the necessary approvals and paperwork by October, technically it goes back to January 1st.
Okay.
And the key date there is on January 1st, usually when you pay your taxes, that's when your value is established for that year.
Okay.
So as long as we get everything done and filed by October, everything they're doing today and this year is going to be value that will be created for next year. So January 1st of 2016, they'll assess the value, and then their property taxes going forward will be based on that value.
you.
That's where the question was, cause one we're closing right about now,
Right.
and the new one is reaching back, but it's more of a quirk there, but. Anything else? No? Okay, and like I said again, the joint review board, they're scheduled to meet tomorrow. We thought about having this special meeting or this topic brought to next Monday's council meeting. The problem is in trying to coordinate all the other schedules for all the other jurisdictions, so again, I appreciate that everybody was able to make it tonight here. We had another meeting, but I appreciate it though. So with that, if you wanna have a vote then on resolution 565?
We need a motion and a second, I guess.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 565.
I will second it.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Would you like it read?
I wouldn't, would you?
Okay. Just asking.
Maybe Patrick would.
No other questions or comments on it? We won't have a roll call?
Appleby,
Right.
Brunner,
Aye.
Gunderson,
Aye.
Nadowski,
Aye.
Rasmussen.
Aye.
That passes with all ayes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Number 3, any other such matters authorized by law?
No, I don't have any
Okay.
right now.
Look for a motion to adjourn then.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 6:52.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? We're adjourned.